24's Benedicte Paviot has been covering this story for us at the High Court in London. She joins me now live from there. Benedicte, Julian Assange can now pursue this appeal. Now, what does that mean exactly, and how big a reprieve is this for him, really?
Well, let me pick up on the word that you just used there, reprieve, because in fact this is a reprieve and a delay. We don't have that final, when one reads the judgment carefully, that final go-ahead that Julian Assange can appeal. What we know is that he's not going to be extradited immediately, and what we know is that this is a victory for the moment for the Assange team. So concretely, what this ruling by the two judges in the High Court here in London have said is that Julian Assange will have to face a further wait to see whether, if he can appeal against his extradition to the United States on these 18 charges relating to the publication of what is highly confidential military and diplomatic cables, over 700,000 of them pertaining to the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. These two judges said that they would give the United States government 3 weeks, so until the 16th of April, to provide assurances that Assange can rely on the First Amendment to the US Constitution, which we know protects free speech, that he will not be prejudiced at a trial or sentenced by reason of his Australian nationality, nor that he can be sentenced to death if convicted. Now, if the US do not present assurances, then that is when we will find out, and we believe that would be on the 20th of May, is the date given by the two judges, that indeed Julian Assange can continue this legal judiciary battle that he has been fighting for 13 years here in the United Kingdom, and go ahead with an appeal. So the judges, we know, also, in fact, dismissed some grounds of the application to appeal, including Mr. Assange's arguments that he was prosecuted because of his political opinions. And we just heard his wife there saying she's astounded at this delay, astounded at this decision.
Benedicte, this case is really a first of its kind. It's so unique in so many ways. I mean, there are issues of freedom of expression, espionage, national security, transparency. Tell us a bit more about all of that.
Yes, and all of those individually are obviously crucial to transparency, crucial to accountability, crucial to holding power to account, certainly in democracies that the United Kingdom, of course, and the US are. But of course, this ruling, this judgment, the repercussions of this are indeed pertaining to whether it's highly classified documents and leaks, whether they are received by a journalist or a media organization, sought by a media organization or individual, and how much we can publish and what the consequences of publication of leaks. Of course, what the Assange team saying is that Julian Assange and his supporters say he's a hero. He's a hero trying to expose US war crimes they say that have gone unpunished pertaining to the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. This is categorically denied by the US, who say, no, he's endangered the lives of informants, and that is absolutely crucial that this be judged and punished, that this cannot go unpunished. So the battle clearly is going to continue. But meanwhile, organizations like Reporters Without Borders, NUJ, National Union of Journalists here in the United Kingdom and across the world, are saying this could actually mean that journalists, if this Assange is extradited to the US, that any country could reach across the world to have a journalist or media organization punished in some way, an individual extradited to their countries, to be judged before the country's judiciary, and that this is really would send a chilling effect and would not be good news for accountability, for transparency. So very serious concerns, not just by Julian Assange's team, but by journalism organizations across the world. And as Stella Assange, his wife, often says, he's being really accused of journalism.